All right. So it is 10:59. We're firm believers in being on time. We understand how valuable time is, one of the, if not the most valuable assets that we have on earth. And we most certainly appreciate you spending your time with us this morning. Um, you all know who I am, and I have the pleasure of introducing someone new to most, if not all of you. This is Francesca. Ragucci. And Francesca, if any of you have heard my story about me transitioning from leaving my team that I was on when I started with KW and started my own team, the breakthrough came from receiving training from Francesca. Francesca was hired by my real estate team to train us on best practices in social media. And she helped me eliminate my limiting belief on what I could do on social media to help me build my business, which helped me leverage social media to then offset the connective tissue to the team that I was on. When I joined the team, I always wanted to have my own team, and I was very clear to them that I wanted to have my own team at some point. However, being new to the business, as you all know, is very difficult with getting leads and doing deals and learning all of the new things. So my team was very, very beneficial for me in helping significantly reduce my learning curve. Um, However, I knew that if I was going to go off and fly on my own, that I needed some other additional resources when it came to lead generating and marketing and branding. And the things that I learned from Francesca during that training significantly helped me increase my production and eventually create my own team that I still have now to this day. It's a father and son team, and we are very blessed to still have that team, and we leverage social media quite a bit. And I still use a lot of the systems and the tools that Francesca shared with me, 2021, I think that was. So, Francesca, it's a pleasure to have you here with us today. And we have a packed house here in our Manahawkin office, and we have several people on Zoom, and the floor is yours.
Thank you, Ricardo. I just want to say before I begin, my viewpoint is the wall and the ceiling. Okay, that's much better.
There we go.
So again, before I start, I'm thinking I have a limited vantage point of who's actually in the room. So when we get to questions, if someone out of my viewpoint has a question, Ricardo, help me out so that I can see everyone, or if someone needs to walk to a certain place so that I can see them and answer their question, that would be great.
Absolutely.
Okay. Thank you, Ricardo, for that excellent introduction. I was able to work with you a couple of years ago, especially during those trying times that we had, in order to help you redirect your business, especially using social media. A couple of touch points today, just before I continue into the strategy that I'll discuss. One, so I will leave questions towards the end. You're welcome to note take, hold up your phone, record, take screenshots of the presentation. That's completely fine. We'll probably leave about 10 minutes for some Q&A, because you can ask me any questions that I didn't cover on this presentation about marketing, branding, and professionalism in the industry overall. Same goes with the individuals on Zoom. I know right now you're muted. You're welcome to unmute at the end. Raise your hand if you have a question. Today, I am going to briefly discuss what's called a target audience strategy. By the end of this presentation, you'll be able to leave the room with a strategy perhaps you already know, or something that you can redefine and make your own, whether it's for your online business or your in person. This works no matter if you're going to a networking event or you're just scrolling around Instagram, your website, trying to figure out the latest new technology. So I'll be scrolling through slides as we begin. Firstly, I just want to introduce myself. I am an independent business owner. I'm located in Delaware County, Pennsylvania. I work with clients in the Philadelphia area. I have experience with South Jersey and the beach towns, along with other major cities in the US. I've been helping business owners and companies with not only their social media, but their online marketing and overall branding for roughly 10 years now. And it's given me a lot of great experience to be able to help other professionals like you start your brand or look at the way you do business differently. I know for individuals who've been in the business, whether it's 20, 30 years or you're just starting, a lot of the marketing can be confusing or unknown to you, and it's definitely a lot to keep up with. But hopefully in today's presentation, I can give you a strategy that exceeds the test of time and can be with you no matter what happens in our tech-driven or in-person society. The strategy is called the target audience strategy. That is identifying the demographic of your ideal client. Now, I know we're all realtors working with home buyers and sellers. This is just a generalization. Some of you may be niched doing commercial. You may home stage for some of your clients. So as I'm speaking, I'm going to be general, but think about it in terms of you. The target audience you're going after, you may think immediately statistics, age, location, profession, etc. It's really important to define who your client is as opposed to just saying, everyone's my client or everyone who owns a house is my client. That might be true. You may have 5 zip codes that you focus on and you want every single house. But the reality is, in order to have a successful marketing strategy, the more specific you can be, the better off you will be. We're going to break this down into multiple pillars. Let's start with live. This is the geography. Where does your clientele own their primary house? For some of you who work with renters, where is your ideal client renting? You can define this by state, zip codes, towns. I know that some towns share the same zip codes. There are neighborhoods within towns or streets that are more preferable to you than others. So feel free to get focused on the specific neighborhoods where you want to target your professionals. Let's say you're working in the secondary beach market and your ideal client may not own their primary home in New Jersey at the beach. They might live in Philadelphia, the Poconos, Delaware. That's okay if they're coming from other states. You just want to make sure you're specific of my client's coming from this city, this town, and they want to move into my area or they want to sell in my area. This is the time you get specific on the lifestyle situation of the individual. Are they a single professional? Are they a first-time home buyer? Are they newlyweds? Are they retirees? Are they expanding their family or have reason to upsize or downsize? As we know, there are some neighborhoods that are more suitable to larger homes where multiple people reside. And there are some areas where there's perhaps no yard, the home is smaller, but that's just suitable enough for a different type of person. Work. Where does this individual work? So starting in generalities, I know you may say, well, they could work in all these different fields, and that's great. But let's get specific. Since you're new with this, I like to start with 3 to 5 work industries, locations. You can start with industry, what's known in your area. So you can think of a 20 or 30-mile radius around your city or around the beach towns of the types of job opportunities that are available for professionals. There might be warehouse facilities or labor type of jobs where you are that are more popular, which you would then know who your clientele is, or you have a business district, e-commerce, large known companies nationally may have an office place where you are. Those are things to know, because what happens is when a big national company comes into your town or your city and it's big news in the local paper or the online media, that means individuals are going to want to live in your neighborhood. Even if it's a roughly 10 or 15-mile commute, I mean, in today's world, people work remotely. So there's not always the demand of, I need to live close to where I work. So staying in touch with local industry of your neighborhood is very important. The next section is seniority level. Again, if you're working with the first-time homebuyer professionals, they have a specific seniority level. If you're working with higher-up professionals, they have a higher-up managerial or ownership type of position. You can think about the clientele you have now, you worked with in the past. Remember what their role was within their company. I'm sure in getting to know each other, they may have said, this is our lifestyle situation, this is what we need. And now is the time to reflect back on that as examples. Now we're going to lifestyle. The section we already passed was geographics and work. So that's more the business side, professionalism. Now we're going to the fun, things they like to do, the activities they enjoy in your area. So if we start with play and dine, we can easily look to top New Jersey articles that consistently put out activities for families, parents, young children, professionals, etc. And there are a lot of resources out there in which put up a bulletin about what's going on seasonally in the areas. So if you know the professionals you work with are avid golfers, or join a country club, or they have a certain family style, you're able to go onto the social media platforms. This is Meta Business Suite. Meta Business Suite is the back end of a professional Facebook page. You can research hashtags, whether you go on Facebook or you just go to your Instagram search and you're in one of the Jersey Shore towns and you say, this location is popular amongst my target client, if it's a networking event or some type of event location that people gather. You can go into those hashtags or into those event accounts and search your target clientele, search individuals. So you'll see a local restaurant just developed a new flagship location at your area. You can see the individuals liking, commenting, and following those pages. And it's highly likely they are from around that area. So if we talk about inland New Jersey, not necessarily the shore, many times the individuals will live within a 20 or 30 max mile distance if they're going to a park or a location for fun. Now, if they're along the Jersey Shore, they may be individuals from different areas. You know your shore towns. There are shore towns that attract more Philadelphia, Delaware individuals, some even New York. So you have a time of year that's now, which we're just ending that high Jersey Shore season. Now it's getting to be more residential folks in the area or individuals who may want to enjoy the quieter times of the fall and winter in your areas. So look up resources online, Instagram, Facebook, that demonstrate the activities and the lifestyle for your target audience. Again, we're merging into another lifestyle section, which is relaxing and travel. When you look at your clientele, you're essentially digging into what they like to do in your area. What locations attract them to where you live? I know if a person lives in one town and they're exploring the other towns around them, maybe they're new to the area or they're just getting out and trying different things, there may be a town where they frequent that has a ambiance downtown area. It may not be the rural suburb or your typical shopping center area with multiple neighborhoods. It might be a little city type of feel that has an ambiance or some lifestyle entertainment to it that's different from where they live. And that's how they get attracted to these other areas. So how do you position yourself within these desirable neighborhoods? That's where a Facebook or an Instagram, as an example, would come into play. Utilizing hashtags. For those of you who are new to hashtags, that's when you see that pound symbol in front. So it could be hashtag NJ things to do, hashtag NJ parents. Think of the magazines that are local to your area. Most likely, they have social media pages, they have hashtags. So you can go into these areas and they may have top 10 restaurants, top 10, etc. And a lot of people are engaging on those pages. That's when you jump in and take 30 minutes out of your day, an hour, and add professionals to your Instagram page or your Facebook page. This is while you have a developed business page. At any time, you can always add new followers, or you can always try to find new places that are going on within your area. If we look at travel, now we're getting back to different geographic areas where your client likes to go. If we look at New Jersey or the Philadelphia area, you could think of ski destinations, snowboard destinations, destinations to enjoy water activities during the fall, secondary home markets where these individuals go to the beach areas. If you specialize in specific zip codes of beach towns, venture out into looking at hashtags and other beach towns. Because if an individual is, let's say, looking for something new, they're maybe not satisfied with where they live anymore, they're at a different stage of their life, we know every beach town has a different personality. So they're going to want to move from one beach town to the other. We are aware that beach homes are generational. So some individuals will pass that home down to the other generation within their family. And that generation may decide to sell it or may decide to rent it out to individuals who also want to enjoy the parts of the beach town that they like. So think about, obviously, we have the Poconos in Pennsylvania. We have Delaware in some different areas. If you go into Maryland or Virginia, you know where your clients come from. I'm just throwing out different areas and states just to think about moving forward. This is a summary. You're welcome to take a screenshot. You can write this down in a Google Doc. I'm very intuitive with Google Docs, or you can use iPhone Notes, Google Keep, however you would keep a to-do list or something easy on hand for you to refer back to. The target audience strategy: live, work, play, dine, relax, travel. If I were to say what are the most important, go with live, work, and play, right? Because essentially, continuing on, the others are in the lifestyle category. So we're looking at the geographics, their work lifestyle, and their fun activities, entertainment lifestyle, along with where they like to travel. The usage of print today is important for online marketing because, as mentioned, the print publications have an online database. They put out articles multiple times a week, which gets posted on social media. So to make things easier for you, you can go to your social platforms, go onto LinkedIn, search professionals who work at specific companies in specific industries, and you will find people. So when you go onto LinkedIn, make sure your page is presentable as a business professional. You don't need to have every single piece filled out, but just getting started on an easy track that works for you is the best way to go, so you can get in the habit of utilizing a new strategy, essentially. Continuing on, these are just some quick social media tips for you. 30 hashtags. So I keep saying hashtags. If you go onto your social media, scroll around the newsfeed, you may see some professionals or individuals in your social circle utilizing hashtag locations of the counties, towns, things they like to do, so on. You should have an archive of 30 hashtags. You can utilize more. Like I mentioned, you develop a Meta business page. Meta is Facebook. They own Instagram and Facebook. That's what it's called. And you have a section that helps you search Jersey Shore, Ocean City, New Jersey, all the hashtags for places like Egg Harbor Township, Summers Point, Margate, Brigantine, Avalon, etc. Use the target audience strategy to post natively on each platform. By natively, I mean log into Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, whatever else you use, and post directly on that platform. I've seen professionals, they'll post on Facebook and then they'll want to click that button that says also share to Instagram. Even though that's helpful, it alleviates some time, the campaign doesn't come out properly. It may only show the picture, but the whole caption is missing. You want to avoid having an incomplete post. So in order to have a complete post, it's a visual, whether it's a graphic or a picture, a caption that makes sense, has a call to action for your business, those 30 hashtags in a comment section. Always geotag your photos, meaning if you're in a certain area, make sure to just put the location. It doesn't have to be where you exactly are. Just think strategically. You can tag whatever surrounding neighborhood you're within. You can tag the general county or areas you want your client to see where you are. Utilize your social media links in your email signature. I know companies have, let's say, a templated signature for you, but if your company is able to have a place for you to insert your social media links, that's very helpful. I've seen many email signatures. A lot of them will just list your first and last name, your title, company, and then your email or phone number. So try to get those social media links in your email signature so individuals know where to find you, especially for real estate agents. I go on and I search an agent by first and last name. It may be a dig to find your email because it may not be on a realtor.com or a Zillow. You may not have a website. So now your client is digging around to try to find you. Make things easy, put it all in your email signature. Ensure to tell your clients to review you on Facebook, LinkedIn, or Google, because these are locations online where your clients can go in and give you a review. Any online platform, whatever you insert in, whether it's a video, an image, or text, leaves what's called an imprint on the system. And that helps with keywords so people can find you. It's something to develop over a period of time. But when you have keywords of your areas where you work in association with your name, that's more likely you'll show up over another professional. All right, just wrapping up, then I will get to questions. If you have a desire to reach out to me for a consultation call, those are free. That's when I help you figure out a plan that works best for you as far as marketing. My approach to marketing plan is essentially long-term. So as opposed to figuring out what we can do today, I help clients look at the next quarter, 6 months, 1 year, and really developing out an in-depth plan for mastering the brand identity online and making sure you are searchable as a real estate professional in your area. Because you're new or you're just getting out to online, you may need help with developing the followership on social media, posting strategies, and just ways to present to your client that you have new avenues for marketing. Some of the services I offer, coaching calls, it would be similar to what we're doing today. I'd ask you to ask me questions. I'd help you out with your strategy. Whereas other services I have are more hands-on for myself, like brand identity, website, and additional marketing services. This is an end slide. I will allow you to take pictures of what you want. That's all right. From here, let's go into some questions. Hopefully we have some questions in the audience because I'm done everything that I need to say. So Ricardo has mentioned if something's going on outside of my immediate view, help me, please.
Thank you so much, Francesca. Questions from anyone in person or online? I have one. I'll start.
Wait, I cannot
Sure.
see you. Please raise your hand so I know where to look and where you are.
So I'm going to start off with a question. I'm in the camera.
I see you.
All right, there we go. Hashtags. Can you explain a little bit more about what the significance of a hashtag is? Why is that important to add to any of your social media content?
Absolutely. Hashtags are important so that you're more searchable on the account. We're not, unless some of us are public figure celebrities, it might be easier for you to be found. But for many of us, we need that extra boost, that extra oomph to get us out there. So utilizing the recommendation from Instagram Businesses 30, that's the maximum you can put. You can put 20 to 25, that's no problem either, is when you post Ocean City, New Jersey, NJ Realtor, you then show up in a category of other common interests. If you have a house that's just coming on the market, you want to get individuals from other locations to go to your open house. That's why you use a hashtag. You can test this out. For 30 days, use no hashtags. The next 30 days, use hashtags. Many times when using the hashtags, if you look at your analytics on the Instagram phone, it tells you who of your followers viewed your profile, who of your non-followers viewed your profile. Ricardo, would you like me to go in depth a little bit more? Did that continue the summarization that I said during the presentation?
That's good. That's
Okay.
great. That's a good, yes. That was very, very well, well explained. Melissa? So Melissa's here. She's standing up.
Hi, Melissa.
Hi. What is your take on the importance of actual videos opposed to just picture posting?
Or words.
Yeah. Videos are obviously the most popular on social media. And I'm saying obviously because I'm sure we can all say every time we go to our feed, we see the Reels section, which showcases video. Video is important. Why? Because people want to see you. At the end of the day, they see property, 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 property. We get it. We know that you sell properties, but the client is working with the person and you have competition. There's no doubt. So you putting a video of yourself is important. Many individuals are shy. I come across this often. They don't know what to do. For videos, make a goal once a month if you've never done it. Once you get in the habit of doing one a month, take it to 2, take it to 3. Write down a list of a couple topics, even if you start out something, a 30-second introduction for yourself. You can find a place in your office. I'm sure there are a lot of photogenic places in the office. You can utilize a basic white background. I'm on Zoom right now. I have a background. You can go on Zoom, create a background, and put a video up. You can do it on your phone, or you can utilize the camera if you're more tech savvy. Getting into the Reels feature. Those are popular because they focus on trending music. Now, it may not be the music you like, but if it's trending, I recommend using it. You don't have to use every song that's out there, but if you scroll Reels, there is a large archive of songs and sounds that you can use to back your videos. So if you're at a property, you can take a video of the property or the professional video that your videographer took for you, and you can put it on with the Reels music, add your caption and your hashtags, and it goes out to individuals. I also would challenge you to scroll around Instagram and see what's trending, either on the discovery page or within, you could say, hashtag New Jersey real estate, etc. See what other realtors in your area are doing. I know some professionals will stick with talking about real estate statistics. Some may take a different approach that's more unique to them. That's fine. But just getting yourself out there on camera at a starting point is very important. Graphics and photos are important as well, but more on the video side is very useful for the audience to know who you are.
Thank you so much. I have another one. My last question is, if I've never done social media marketing before for my real estate business, what's the one thing that I should do to get started?
So as of now, you have 0.
I have a personal, let's say my avatars, I have a personal Facebook page, period. 0, that's it.
Okay. Firstly, let's say you're with Keller Williams and you have a KW brand. Some professionals, as we see, They work under the KW brand. Some want to create their own logo and website, etc. You have to have a website. When individuals come to me and say they want to use social media, my first question is, do you have a brand identity? Logo, fonts, colors, messaging. Do you have a website? If they don't have a website, create a website first. Because social media, YouTube, email marketing, they're all feeders to your website, which is your hub of everything. They're very important. Not your realtor.com page, not HomeSnap, and all the other things. They're great. You can have those. But having your own .com is an archive history for what you've done. Sold homes, about you, testimonials, everything. You have 100% control. As per then getting to social media, I generally have a startup page with clients. So your focus is getting that headshot. That's up to date. Having a bio. Putting a couple posts up. If you say there's nothing going on right now, I know many of you can reach into your back pocket and say, well, I did just sell that house a month ago, or the real estate stats just came out, or my family and I are going to this great event. That's your opportunity to get information out there. From my perspective, and why I work, is I help professionals plan this type of content out. Because a lot of times if we're going out, we really don't think about grabbing a picture with our client or taking a picture at the office. It's forgotten. So when working with me, we have a plan of, hey, we can utilize those property pictures and some of the stock KW of the neighborhoods, but we can also make the social media personal. Alongside of posting, use the target audience strategy to grow your following immediately.
Excellent. Thank you very much, Francesca. It's always a pleasure. You're always a wealth of knowledge and information. I hope everyone found this valuable.
Thank you, Francesca.
We want to give it
Thank you
up.
all for coming. Thank you.
Is there anything you want to close us out with, or are you good?
Absolutely. Feel free to contact me. You can email me if you have any questions after the presentation. As mentioned, if you want to contact me for services, you're welcome to do so. I know Ricardo will share some follow-up information with everyone so that you have all the information from this strategy shared today, and you can keep up with your business. And if you've received some great results from social media or online marketing as a result of the presentation and the strategy, again, just feel free to email me and let me know how things are going. I'm active on social media, so feel free to follow me. And I appreciate everyone for coming today in person at the office and by Zoom.
Excellent. Thanks again, Francesca.
Okay, thank you,
We
everyone.
appreciate
Have a
you.
good day.
You too.
You too.
Bye-bye.
Bye.